Walk and Talk 39. The fear of death. It's a big one, this, eh? I mean, when you really think about it and go down to the fundamentals, the only thing that keeps all of us humans in check is the fear of death. People are scared to die, even though it's guaranteed to happen, even though it should be really celebrated just as a birth is. But we've lost and forgotten all of that because the sick system has been indoctrinating people for now thousands of years and making them scared of dying. And now, of course, they want to keep everybody alive forever, and they can keep you alive forever in a server. They can probably take your spirit and put you into one of those data centers where you can live out the eternity as an AI chatbot. Which brings me on to that point, you should be careful about those AI chatbots. There is something spiritually awkward about it. But the fear of death, I think there's a good reason for some of the twisted folks out there to fear death. But for the normal average person who still retained their soul and their innocence and their purity, I don't think you should ever fear death. In fact, if you wanted the whole system to change in a single day, if everybody just stopped being scared to die, it would knock the system off its pedestal instantly. All of them nasty drug companies would drop off. All the wars would stop instantly. And people go to war because they get told. People normally go to war. A country normally gets roped into going to war because they're told, hey, yeah, if you this country's going to attack you if you don't go to war and die for the cause. Again, it's the fear of death, isn't it? Oh no, protection, security. Those who choose security over freedom deserve neither. It's a true statement. And security is also comes down to, again, the fear of death. Everything comes down to the fear of death. That's what enables people to be channeled into any specific direction. It's their fear of death. See, I don't have that problem. I always said, even if somebody in the street came up to me and pointed a gun to my head and told me to give them my wallet or my phone or whatever, I'm so unafraid they'd have to kill me. The only thing that I wouldn't like, that's if I didn't take the gun off them and kill and rob them. But the only thing I don't like, as I mentioned in the last video, is that what's most important, one of the most important things to me, is what happens to me upon death. It's a bit like what happens to a person upon birth. So when a person wants to be born into this world in a nice environment, a healthy environment, a clean environment, a prosperous environment, a good space, for that birth, for the mother to be calm and relaxed, and etc. All of those things need to be met. Well, it's exactly, you don't want to traumatise the baby too much. All of those things are exactly the same for death. But people seem to see death as something completely foreign to birth. which makes no sense. So if humanity lost that fear of dying, or oh, take this or you're going to get sick, or take this or you're going to die, take this or your grandmother's going to die, wear this or you're going to kill granny, do this or they're going to come and invade and kill you, do that because, you know, because otherwise it's dangerous. Don't do this because you might die. Don't do that because it's dangerous. Don't go there because you might die. You know, all the boundaries and all the things and all the bad things that have been pushed on humans is because of their fear of dying. And I think that's an absolute, for the level of consciousness I'm at now, I think it's an absolute disgrace, right? What an absolute disgrace. Our birds haven't sung out yet. Let's see if they're about, shall we? Woo! 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 It'll be the first time with the sun out that they haven't called back. They will. They will. Woo! 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 Or maybe they're off in a different area. So yeah, I don't think this video needs to be too long, but the fear of death is what keeps humanity in chains. It's the one thing that keeps humanity in chains. Not information, not the lies, not the news. And what is the news? What is the news? Most of the time, what is the news? It's oh, this happened, so you should be very scared of dying. Oh, that happened and you should be very scared of dying. Oh, this plane crash happened and everybody died. Oh, this accident happened and everybody died. Oh, this bomb went off and everybody died. Dying's not the issue, I don't think, folks. I think what the issue is, and where the fear really stems from a deeper level of consciousness that's within every person. I don't think it's the fear of death so much. But I think, like I say, in the way I feel, I feel that on a deeper level, human beings understand in the modern world what happens when they die, and they don't want to go into their spirit and their soul doesn't want their spirit to go into a freezer and be burnt up. And what are they doing now? Now they're liquidating, folks. Look at these mozzies, look. Buggers. They're going to have a bit of a bite out of me while I get my water. They now they can liquefy people and feed them to the trees. Which doesn't make sense either. Whatever they tell us, you've got to understand, whatever they tell us is an absolute abomination, a lie. It's false and it's definitely no good for you. Yeah. Their body disposal is about as good for you as the COVID 1984 Jabberwocky. As they said, that was good for you. Safe. Oh, it's safe and effective. I wonder how safe and effective it is for the spirit to be in a freezer and then burnt up. I bet it's not very safe and effective. And I also bet that it's that deeper understanding that humans have that makes people fear death more so than actually dying. Consciously, people are like, no, it's the death that I fear of, but subconsciously, I think it's deeper than that. Oh, there is a little trail through there, Roo. We'll have to have a walk through there. It's a little animal run. We'll have to check that out one day. That beautiful water. I think I made my point there on the fear of death. Don't be afraid. Be fearless. Everything in this jungle is dying all the time. I can't tell you how many creatures and animals just died in the last, in the last 10 minutes of doing this video. How many creatures, insects and animals have just been killed and eaten? Some of them eaten, right? Eaten before 3 days, before their spirit evaporates. But the spirit then goes into the animal that's eaten them, and that's why death isn't seen as such a bad thing for the natural kingdom, do you see? If you kill an animal and you eat that animal fresh, you're eating the spirit's animal, and in a way, you're eating the spirit of that animal. And then that spirit still lives on in you, because it helps regenerate all of your cells. And then in many ways, the spirit of that animal can actually do more in your body from you eating it than it otherwise would have gone old and limp. You know, if you eat an old, I ate a tortoise about a year ago, and it was an old, very old tortoise. It was tasty, by the way, and that tortoise probably had a couple more months to live, and it would have been gone, and its spirit wouldn't have been inside a human being. It would have not got elevated to that level, you see. And that's where you get the old stories of you know, the cannibals and whatever. They want to eat the spirit of the person when they've killed them. But we'll leave it there, won't we, Roo? We leave it there. Be fearless. Be blessed. It's a wasp. I don't know why he does it. I don't know why he eats wasps. I mean, he kills it and then he actually goes the full way to eat it. He just ate the spirit of a wasp. And there you have it. And he's a professional at it. Sometimes he comes up to me where he's been stung in the cheek or the nose, and it's really bulbous. You're a strange animal, aren't you, Roo? Hey, Mr. Roo. What big claws you have. Eh? What, you're like a cat. You're like a jaguar. Should we try for these birds one more time? Woo! 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 They must have gone off. Right, let's get our water and then walk back to Rooski and then have a bath. What do you say? Have a bath? Have a bath. Say bye bye, Roo. Oh, he's a beautiful Rooski. Oh, he's a beautiful Roo. Oh, such a beautiful Rooski. Oh, I just love you.